These child stars were once making millions of dollars per month, but as they grew up, something drastically changed, starting with Jojo Siwa, who had the craziest rebrand of her career and sent the internet into chaos in early 2024. Since the age of 2, Jojo was on stage performing in front of people, led by her mom, who pushed her and was her long-term manager. But most significantly, Jojo was featured in the reality dance show Dance Moms. The show lasted for 9 seasons, starting in 2011, and the first result from searching online is Dance Moms' Worst Meltdowns, which doesn't give a positive first impression. However, this was the entire brand of the show. Host Abby Lee Miller would focus on continually shouting and yelling at the young girls who wanted to be a part of her dance crew and take part in international competitions. Sure, the dance world is competitive, but Abby took borderline bullying and as the norm, and soon enough, this became the show's image. Especially to Jojo, there are a lot of infamous clips showing Abby confronting and yelling at Jojo for the silliest reasons.
Jojo! Have you learned nothing?
But those incidents are beside the point. Fast forward to 2017, where she signed with Nickelodeon and her child star career basically skyrocketed from there. Here's the thing. It's debatable whether children should be singing with companies in the first place. They obviously will think it's cool, but Nickelodeon was simply thinking about how their revenue would benefit from having Jojo in their management. Never mind her mother thinking it was a great idea. Similar to how Ryan's World became popular, Jojo made her mom and family super wealthy and was used by adults, which is disgusting. From being signed to Nickelodeon, she found massive success in releasing her hit single Boomerang, which sits at 1 billion YouTube views, not to mention releasing her own feature film called The J-Team in 2021. During this time, she was also going on tour with the child-run pop band she and her mom founded called XOMG Pop, which also had serious allegations including the mistreatment of the kids in the group, which was overlooked from social media scrutiny. However, Jojo was very quickly fading in relevance until in early 2024, she began to tease a scary adult rebrand across her social media profiles, and even put out warnings to parents that the content she was changing to was not for children.
No one has made, in my generation, this extreme of a switch, and I am the first in the generation. It is very scary, but someone's gotta do it.
People don't really like how arrogant Jojo is coming off in some of these interviews.
There's never really been an influencer child star turned into musician adult star. You know what I mean? There's never really been this transition. There's been similar. Never someone that was themselves that's making this boom jump transition to also themselves.
Some saying they give off Debbie Ryan interview vibes, and I completely agree.
My one thing was I went into the Disney Channel building and I sat down with the president of Disney Channel and I said, I want to make history. And that's what this is.
Someone's gotta do it.
I think we need more of it, actually, because these were so funny and iconic.
Then, on the 5th of April 2024, Jojo released her first adult single called Karma, which she heavily promoted across her social media as being a very adult song containing bad language.
The list just got released of the most disliked music video by a female artist on YouTube in 2024. Here we go. 4th place, we have Yes And by Ariana Grande with 290,000 dislikes.
To be fair, I don't know why Yes And has 200,000 dislikes. It's a really good song.
Coming in hot at number 3, we've got the brand new Women's World by Katy Perry with 330,000. And your number 1 first place overall goes to Karma by Jojo Siwa with 3.1 million.
Alright, we get it. The point is, she seems to be following the mindset that all publicity is good publicity, which means she's willing to do anything for attention nowadays. She even brags in a recent interview about people tuning into her because she's entertaining.
Whether the world likes it or not, they are entertained by me, for sure. You know what I mean? And that could be a good entertain or a bad entertain.
Jojo is definitely loving all the publicity she has been receiving and is thriving online, which comes at no surprise to anyone. At this point, most influencers thrive off negative press anyway, and still make millions every week from doing it. So apparently, selling your soul for money is the new sad normal. Jojo also appeared on the Talk to a podcast recently and revealed upcoming things for her career.
Man, what am I up to right now? I'm prepping for a movie right now, which is really fun.
A JoJo movie. Excuse me. Hold up.
I'm really excited about it. Prepping for a movie. I've been in the recording studio. I've got a couple new songs that I really, really enjoy. There's like 28 in my like back pocket, but there's like these 3 right now that we just recorded that I'm really stoked about. I'm doing this it's a big charity event, Industry Dance Awards. It's for the dance community and the dance world, but it benefits Dancers Against Cancer. And I'm choreographing the opening number for it, which has like 70 people in it. So it's a headache, but in the best way possible.
What's the movie gonna be about?
You're stuck on the movie.
Excited.
So it seems like despite the entire internet being against her, she's thriving in doing what she loves, which is the most important thing. And it shows even though her rebrand was so drastic, it brought her back into the public image, which is what she had intended and planned for. However, this does not apply to Ryan Kaji, also known as Ryan's World, who, despite being 13 years old, is still forced to act like a 3-year-old in his videos for finances. Ryan's World started his channel in March 2015, but rather his parents started the channel. The first video featured Ryan playing with a kid's train set while being filmed by his mom. These are the types of videos that parents would usually film as memories and store them for their family. But no, they decided to share it with the entire world, which is okay. There are hundreds of families that upload their children to YouTube nowadays, which is dangerous, but is another story on its own. However, after the initial success, the first upload sitting at over 50 million views, Ryan's parents continued to upload videos of Ryan playing with toys, opening surprise eggs, and just being a kid. To their surprise, his first 4 videos surpassed 30 million views. Considering videos featuring children were allowed ads back then, those 4 videos made over $100,000, which is obviously life-changing and made Ryan's parents rethink their entire careers, causing his mom to quit her job as a chemistry teacher.
Now, Ryan stated that the channel was birthed because he personally wanted to be on YouTube and it wasn't because his parents forced him. However, it's also important to question this statement with a healthy level of skepticism. Ryan was only 3.5 when he was first put on the platform. It's hard to believe that any kid of that age would already be keen to personally appear on any kind of public platform, but I could be completely wrong with that. As shown in the same video, the #1 most desired job for kids aged 8 to 12 is
YouTube star, followed by teacher, professional athlete, musician, and astronaut.
From the very beginning of the Ryan's World channel, it was made apparent that it was something he wanted to do. In fact, now in 2024, more than ever, children around the world are wanting to become YouTubers instead of the traditional jobs such as teachers or doctors. However, there comes a point where you have to argue that maybe Ryan was enjoying it at the start, but very much started being forced to appear in videos because he grew up knowing no different. Ryan, along with his dad Cheyenne and Luann, were recently featured on an interview which went viral online, gaining over 2 million views, and started an avalanche of expose videos about Ryan's World being exploited by his parents using their son for financial gain.
Is there a day where the YouTube channels will be fully animation? Like, Ryan, are you going to keep making YouTube videos, given your interest to be an animator and maybe go behind the camera, like as you get older?
I think I will keep going for a while, yeah.
Yeah, what do you guys think, given Ryan's interest in animation and like drawing and, that takes a lot of like work behind the scenes and sometimes it can be hard to be on camera at the same time. Like, how do you guys think about the future of the channel and how much of that relies on having a human component as your kids get older?
You know, one thing we're thinking about is we want to make sure we cater toward the existing fan, 5 to 8 years old already our core demographic. But at the same time, Ryan's growing up and then he has new interests. We want to cater toward his new interests as well, new field. So maybe we'll start a new one, and then this Ryan's World channel, the existing one, maybe, yeah, like you said, animated character could take over a little bit, and we would probably start casting some other on-camera kid talents and then on-camera talents who could carry same essence that Ryan had. So we still harness the same connection we established through this past
Many
years
across social media claim this interview revealed too much about Ryan's World, with a key dark secret that he was being forced to still make kids content when he was close to being a teenager. You can see from that clip, Ryan only speaks a very little amount, and then his dad takes the lead. However, that's perfectly normal. Considering he's currently only 12 years old, it's a lot to ask a child to sit in front of cameras and be asked questions about his whole life story. Even though he's used to being on camera as his job, that doesn't mean he's used to the scrutiny of the interview.
And just as I thought that throughout this whole interview, Ryan's parents seem so caring and want to adjust the content as much for his time flexibility and don't want to overwhelm him with work, Ryan goes and mentions that he used to have a lot of fun.
Do you ever tell your parents like, no, I want to be in more videos, I want to do more?
I think when I was a kid, I had lots of fun doing the videos like with my sisters and with my parents, because like it's just really engaging and fun for me, and I loved like making the videos because I got to like play with the toys and talk to camera, play with my sisters. It's just really fun throughout the whole video.
I mean, why is he talking in the past? Is he not having a lot of fun anymore?
So many people in the comments are also predicting that Ryan is being exploited and are believing the truth will come out eventually. When he talks, both his parents look intensely at him. I don't think anyone can feel comfortable talking freely like that. I can't wait for this kid to turn 18. I just know everything will get revealed then. His dad mentioning multiple times, we don't really push things onto him that he doesn't want to do is a clear red flag. This is in contrast to Sis Vs Bro, who started their YouTube channel as kids over 8 years ago and are not being forced to make content and have returned after a 4-year break. Sis Vs Bro are a brother and sister duo who, over the course of 2017 to 2021, uploaded consistent challenge videos such as Don't Choose the Wrong Soap Slime and Nighttime Routine, School Day vs. Weekend, which gained over an insane 100 million views per video. Their overall channel views totaled to over 7 billion views, which shows the immense popularity of the duo back in 2018.
However, this insane level of success also began to introduce its own set of problems. On a Quora thread discussing the Sis Vs Bro channel, one user wrote, "It was so much fun when they used to make their slime Orbeez and hide and seek videos, but as time went by it was all about their house, their room, their iPhones, not the quality content they provided." This statement was backed up by another user who wrote, "Their videos mainly feature them bragging about themselves and their possessions. There are some people who think Sis Vs Bro are spoiled, and I personally agree. Back in the early days of this channel they had slime videos, challenges, pancake art and food vids. Years later their channel started having them flex about their iPhones and doing videos like I buy whatever you spell, which was followed by one final anecdote reading, they keep bragging about how rich they are. They're just spoiled children who need discipline."
This is arguably true, as their shift in content was noticeable, with them making fun videos to slowly progressing videos just about possessions and borderline flexing. Some could argue this is just because they were growing up and started their channel while they were 7 and 9 years old, and no longer wanted to play hide and seek games when they were in their teenage years. However, honestly, it's normal nowadays in 2024 for 7-year-olds to play on their iPads and phones instead of outside or hide and seek, but still isn't quality or enjoyable content as such. On 20th of March 2021, the Sis Vs Bro channel premiered what was thought to be a normal video titled Karina's Master Bedroom Tour, but actually ended up being their final upload to the channel out of nowhere. During their unscheduled break, both Ronald and Karina continued uploading videos on their personal channel, and even reacted to Sunny V2's video about their YouTube disappearance and fall off. This changed on 18th of April 2024 when they both suddenly returned to the Sis Vs Bro channel in a video titled Eating Spicy vs Sour Foods, and took their fans by surprise. The childhood has returned. Legend OGs are back. They're back. Arya has grown up so much and Karina looks like a supermodel, and Ronald is literally so tall now and his voice is so deep. Ronald is so chill and calm now, I'm gonna tear up. I miss you both so much. This is in contrast to Ryan's World and Jojo Siwa, as although Sis Vs Bro came back to making videos, it is clear that they have grown up and are willing to take their fans along the journey as they continue to grow up.